Oh, that's gonna take some time. Woo! This is going to hell in a handbasket, just the way it should. I don't know about you, but usually I have about 15 to 20 minutes to make dinner each night. And that's why today we're gonna make 3 15-minute Mediterranean meals. And these are recipes that I personally haven't tried, but my Mediterranean Living team has tried. And to help me with the timing is gonna be Snaily here. He's my sarcastic snail. Hey, Snaily.
Hi, Bill. Thanks for having me on today.
Okay, and I'm also going to be giving you tips on how to save time while you're cooking. Okay, the first recipe is called Marry Me Beans, and you may have seen this on the internet or at your local store, and we're going to make it really, really fast. Again, I've never done this before. I've got the recipe just like you, and Snaily, set the timer. Okay, 15 minutes. All right, so we start with olive oil, combine olive oil and butter in a pan and saute over medium heat. Oh, that's gonna take some time. We need butter. Pan, 2 tablespoons. Boop, boop. Okay, one way to save time so you don't have to measure is that butter, of course, has the tablespoons right on the side. So we see 2 tablespoons. So all you got to do is cut, and then we're going to mince the garlic. Okay, you entertained over there, Snaily?
Oh, yes. I'm very entertained. I love it when you do things like this.
All right, mince. Okay, half a teaspoon of Italian seasoning. Uh-oh, don't have Italian seasoning. Italian seasoning. Basil, oregano, rosemary. Always have your spices in alphabetical order. That will help. Boop. All right, Italian seasoning done.
Going a little slow, Bill.
Red pepper flakes and pepper. All right, now, while we're cooking this for 1 to 2 minutes, one way to save time is to always think ahead of what you have to do next. And one thing, if you had cans that you had to open with a can opener, you would do that now. And I'm assuming we're going to rinse and drain these.
10 minutes.
What? Oh, 10 minutes. Okay. Add beans. Woo! Add beans. Half a cup of broth. I have this broth, which is a good thing to have because you can make it any time. Another way to save time is having the right ingredients that you're going to need in your pantry at all times. Sun-dried tomatoes, half a cup of sun-dried tomatoes chopped. Okay. All right, now we want to get it to a good, nice heat, because one of the amazing things about this recipe is the next ingredient, that it has a half a cup of cream in it. Another way to save time, like I said, is to have things organized and in your kitchen. So definitely having your spices in alphabetical order, having in your pantry, having things in the right place, like kind of like beans with beans and pasta with rice and stuff like that, so you can always find what you're looking for. Because that, to me, sometimes that's what takes the longest when you're cooking. Okay, looking ahead, I see I have to cut 2 cups of spinach, 2 cups of baby. We're gonna go with 1 cup, 2 cup. Okay. Pre-washed greens. This is another way to save a lot of time, especially with like if you're making salad greens, especially because it takes a while to wash greens. So if you get pre-washed, it saves a lot of time as well.
5
All right,
minutes.
what? Oh, jeez. 5 minutes. Okay. All right, 5 minutes. We're good. We're doing good here. Fresh basil. Luckily pre-washed. Parmesan is melted. The cream is thickened. Topped with fresh basil. And I'm done. Marry me beans.
Good job, Bill. Good job on that one. Let's see what happens on the next one, though. Bet you can't do that one in 15 minutes.
Thank you, Snaily. All right, recipe number 2. It's a wrap, people. Chicken and hummus wrap. All right, Snaily, you ready?
Oh, am I ever? I love starting the timer. I love time. Boop.
Okay, this one looks good from what I can see. All right, Snaily, get ready and go.
15 minutes. Get ready and go.
Put the pan on first because there's always a step where you're gonna heat the olive oil, and we're making the chicken for this. And I'm gonna grab some chicken, and then we're going to have a bunch of spices: black pepper, sweet paprika, onion powder, garlic powder, salt, coriander, and olive oil. Okay, salt, olive oil. We'll stir that up with this spoon. Okay, we're gonna add a little olive oil to the pan. You wanna get the chicken cooking as quick as possible. Nice sizzle. Here's another way to save time. We're gonna cover the chicken. It'll still saute like a chicken, like it would if it wasn't on there, but it's also gonna steam. And that will make the chicken cook a lot quicker. Okay, we're gonna use store-bought hummus. Now, store-bought hummus, if you can make hummus at the beginning of the week and use it all week, that's another great way to save time. But if you don't have a lot of time and you really want to do it quick, you can use store-bought hummus and buy a big one like this and use it for all kinds of things during the week. Another thing I want to talk about saving time is that if you're using chicken thighs instead of chicken breasts, those are more forgiving. You can even overcook them and it's fine. So you can cook them at a higher heat and they're still going to be nice and juicy. All right, people. Next, what is next? Oh no, I'm losing it a little bit. Okay, cucumber. Save time. Make sure you wash it really well. And if it's organic, you can definitely eat the skin. And so that's a good way to save time. Then you don't have to peel it. You don't have to wash the peeler later. So we're gonna cut some little slices.
10 minutes.
And then tomato. One way to save time is like it might take me some time to go get something to put this in, but just go like that. That saves some time. There we go. And then we're going to add some olive oil. Chicken. Oh, it's cooking nicely. Another great reason to cook them whole and then cut it is that it keeps all the juices inside. It helps it be nice and juicy. Ow! Sorry, Snaily. All right, next. What's next? Tomato, lemon juice. We're just adding some flavor. You want a nice flat board for making a wrap. You could use a pita for this as well, but I like these wraps. You can get the square ones or the round ones. All right, so we're going to start.
Minutes.
5 minutes. I think I'm doing good, Snaily. Yes, I do. I know you think I can't do this, but I can. All right. Do I have everything? Yes, I do. And one thing you have to always be careful with when you're making a wrap is not to overfill it so it'll actually wrap. But this one It's gonna wrap nicely. Okay. And there you have it. Chicken and hummus wrap. How many minutes?
11 minutes. I guess you did all right, but I bet you mess up the last one.
11 minutes? All right. There you go. I should get a little extra time for the last one, but I think I'm gonna be good. I don't think I'm gonna need any extra time. Okay, next recipe is skillet garlic shrimp with basil and olives on pasta. Okay, that's ambitious. You have to be able to make pasta in 15 minutes. Let me take a look at this real quick. Okay, Snaily, start the timer. And the very first thing we need to do, obviously, is start the water boiling, and we're going to make sure it's covered. We're not going to put salt in it yet because the salt makes it take longer to cook. And we add the salt later, and then it'll make the pasta quick faster, quicker, cook faster. That's it, cook faster. Oh, it's getting me all bamboozled here. Okay, so what else do we do? We're going to broil the shrimp at the end. So we're going to preheat the oven. Okay, that's going. And then we're going to make a little sauce for the shrimp. All right, here's all the ingredients. Boop, boop, bump. And finally, shrimp. Okay, so where were we? Olive oil, lemon juice.
What was that?
Okay, I turned it. Wait, keep going. No, don't even think about it. I turned on the wrong stove and it just exploded glass all over the place. Now we really got ourselves an issue. Okay, all right. Do not panic. Rewashed. Let's use all the basil.
Hey, what is this?
Sorry, Snaily. This is going to hell in a handbasket, just the way it should. All right, 3 cloves of garlic. So one way to save time is to make sure that you don't have your bowl explode in the middle. But another way, on a serious note, is because we're using shrimp. Shrimp is something that you can have frozen and you can cook it quickly. So you have proteins that you can cook quickly, like canned beans or chicken that's already cut up, or shrimp that is small so that it only takes a few minutes to cook. And shrimp is a great thing to cook when you're in a hurry because it does cook so fast. Okay, we're going to add that. And oregano, salt and pepper. Okay, now we're really on a time crunch here, Snaily. All right.
10 minutes.
Another great time saver. So, shrimp. Don't get it unless it's peeled and deveined because it takes a really... One time I went to a party and I had to devein like 10 pounds of shrimp. It took me like 2 hours. So you definitely don't want to do that. We're going to turn the pan on. You want a nice sizzle. Oh, we're going to add some spaghetti sauce to this too. So this is the sauce that will be for the shrimp and for the pasta. I'm actually going to add a little more sauce because we're adding pasta this time. And the original recipe was just for the shrimp. There we go. It'll probably be like 3/4 of a cup of sauce. One of the ways we could have made this even quicker is by if we had pre-cooked a grain for the week. So sometimes at the beginning of the week it could make like brown rice or quinoa or farro and then use it all week. And in that case, we wouldn't have to cook the pasta at all. One other good thing is, another time saver, is a lot of people like to overcook their pasta. And if you cook pasta al dente, it actually takes less time and it's better for you because it has a lower glycemic index. meaning it affects your blood sugar less. So cooking your pasta less is actually good. I don't know if this is going to be good in this case, but we'll see. Hopefully there'll be no glass. The shrimp is getting close to cooked on the outside, so we're going to add the sauce. All right, I can handle this. And put that in the broiler. There's no racks. There's one rack in the oven. Everything's gone wrong on the last recipe.
The camera died.
And the camera died because it ran out of battery. Just the way this thing's going. And let's take out the shrimp and see how that's looking. Again, as I said, the pasta would probably be ready if we didn't have the explosion, but we're gonna go right now and just have the shrimp. You could have this obviously with some nice glassless pasta or rice or just with some bread. And actually, I think that's the way we're gonna do it. We're gonna have some nice bread with it. Put it right here. Throw baguette. Delicious with this, and you have yourself a meal. Under 15 minutes, forget the pasta. All right, Snaily, what'd you think?
It'll be a miracle if this video comes out good.
All right, well, I hope you enjoyed those 15-minute recipes. We have lots of quick recipes on our site at mediterraneanliving.com. And as always, remember to live with purpose, love with abandon, and eat with passion. See you next time.
Live with purpose, love with abandon, and eat with passion.